Marian Colby said what?
You heard me. That you've never been faithful to any woman, including me. That you never will be. Of course, I had the unique pleasure of calling her a bold-faced liar. As if I would believe anything that woman had to say.
Opal, it's Joe. I'm trying to locate Kelsey. Has she been over there to see Kevin or Bobby?
Not that I know of.
They haven't spoken to her, I suppose, or called on the telephone?
I don't think so, Joe, but isn't she over at Wildwind nursing the baby?
Sam's weaned. Kelsey's gone. She's vanished. I've called everyone I can think of, but nothing. Except for a message on the answering machine. Hi, it's Kelsey. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. As my granddaughter might say, yeah, right.
Oh, teenagers, bless their souls. They are a handful, aren't they? Well, now, could you have headed back to Oregon?
Well, I certainly would like to think that, but Tara hasn't heard from her either.
Well, I'll talk to the boys, and of course, if I hear anything, I'll let you know pronto.
Thank you. I'm at the station, WRCW.
Okie dokie. Give my love to Ruthie. We miss her.
Thank you. Goodbye, Opal.
Bye-bye.
Oh, Joe.
Hello, Marian.
Well, what a lovely surprise. I always adore seeing you.
Mm-hmm.
Is Ruth home yet?
She'll be home shortly.
Here to talk to Liza? Perhaps to read her the riot act?
I'm a guest on the cutting edge. Actually, I just came in here to use the telephone.
Oh. Wasn't it Yogi Berra who said, deja vu all over again?
Excuse me?
I'm talking about our offspring, darling. Liza and Tad. I have been talking to them till I'm blue in the face, but to no avail. So maybe we should put our heads together, darling. I'm staying at the Valley Inn. So we could sneak on over there right now, order up a batch of martinis from room service, and discuss our wayward son and daughter in depth.
What exactly do you wish to discuss?
Oh, don't pretend you don't know.
I know that Liza and Tad are adults, and what they choose to do with their lives is their own business.
Sleeping together? Having an illicit affair behind Dixie's back?
Stay out of it, Marian. Let them solve their own problems. You stay out of it and keep your mouth shut for a change. Don't you stir up trouble by going around spreading rumors.
It's too late, Joe. Tad and Liza are a runaway train. We can't stop them. All we can do is wait for the crash and search for survivors.
Dixie, I have no idea why Marian would come over here just to say something like that.
She's a vindictive old bat. Felt so good to let her have it right between the eyes. You would have been proud.
I'm so sorry you had to hear it.
Well, that's not all. I went over to WRCW and I spoke to Liza. I mean, I was looking for you, but you weren't there. She, knew what Marian had done, and she was very upset. She even called her own mother a liar. I mean, she was apologizing for her.
Liza did that?
Yeah. Kind of made me feel sorry for her. Liza, I mean.
I can't believe you were dragged into any of this.
The price I have to pay for marrying such a handsome and irresistible husband. I trust you, honey. 100%.
You know how much I love you, right?
I know. Same here. And I know that nothing happened between you and Liza except 3 small kisses that happened so long ago. It was a lifetime, ancient history.
Yeah.
Dad, there's not some small piece of this puzzle that you're leaving out, is there?
No, I just can't believe that somebody like Marian would feel compelled to hurt us.
Well, she made a fool of herself. We should pity her.
I am never again going to do anything to make you doubt me with Liza or anyone else.
Honey, I have complete and total faith in you. get it. Well, speak of the devil.
I'm sorry. I was just driving by. I saw your car.
We were just talking about you. Come on in.
Hi.
Hi. Dixie was just telling me about your mother's visit and her little talk with you.
Yeah. I'm really sorry about my mother. I wish I could keep her nose out of my business, but short of sewing her lips shut.
No, it's okay. I mean, meddling moms, mothers-in-law, we all have them, I guess.
Don't I know it?
Well, I told Dixie that every word my mother said was just pure fiction.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So did you just come by to, apologize to Ted?
Yeah, that, and to ask you if you were with us.
Well, I'll stop by the studio with my answer soon.
Sure, right. Well, I hope it's a decision that's right for all of us. And, sorry again, and I'll see you.
Okay.
Thanks, Dixie.
Goodbye. How do you guys get anything produced at WRCW with everybody stabbing each other in the back all the time, huh?
Teaching is just a bundle of sweetness and light.
Well, teachers work for love, not money. Besides, they don't pay us enough to make throat cutting worthwhile.
Tell that to Michael. Count your blessings.
I do. And you're at the top of my list. Honey, I know that you're going to make the right decision about your career, and I'm going to be right there beside you, all right?
Thank you.
Besides, you know, now there's no reason for me to feel insecure about Liza.
There never was.
Don't blame me, Joe. It's Tad. Your happily married son has led my daughter astray again. History repeating itself over and over. Same fool makes the same mistake.
But why is it your job to take notice?
Because
Much less make any comments.
Because I am a mother. And mothers hate to see their daughters suffer. It makes us cry.
Oh, crocodile tears in your case.
What?
If Liza is confused, it would be no wonder, not with you for a mother.
Joe?
Marian, what kind of an example have you ever set your daughter? You're trying to dump this all onto Tad, but what about you? You ran roughshod over Liza's father. Poor Larry, you remember him? You took up with other men. You never respected the sanctity of anybody's marriage. You never showed discretion or restraint. Good Lord, it's a miracle your daughter can even function.
Oh, and you and Ruth are a perfect couple, I suppose.
No, we're not perfect. But I'll tell you, at least we allow our children to lead their own lives. And I strongly suggest you do the same. In other words, Marian, butt out.
Butt out? Well, I've got 2 words for you, too, Joe. Only I'm far too much of a lady to say them.
Joe.
So, Liza, Rudy said I could come in here and use your telephone.
Oh, sure. No problem. I hear you're a guest on today's show.
I am, yes. Liza, oh, hey, Dad. Oh, hello, son. I was just thanking Liza for the use of the telephone.
Well, you don't have to leave. You can have a seat. How's Ruth?
Actually, if it's okay, I'd like to speak with you for a minute.
I'll see you out on the set.
Hey, buddy! I didn't hear you ring.
Where's my key?
Your key? Let me see that key.
I made it in lion cubs.
Oh, that is awesome. That's good, solid craftsmanship. Excellent work. You know what? You know that the middle drawer in my desk, in my den?
Uh-huh.
Full of keys. I have no idea what they're for. So why don't you go put them all in your ring and go around the house and see what unlocks what?
Oh, cool.
Hey, listen, stow your gear first, okay? And does your old mom get a goodbye?
Bye.
Oh, thanks a lot. I suppose like a kiss would be out of the question? Fine, okay, forget I even asked. 3 things. Listen to Adam, behave yourself, let him check your math homework, and I will pick you up after school on Friday.
Wait on the corner, okay?
I will not invade your play space. You have my solemn vow. Go ahead. Be good. Do you ever feel obsolete?
The classics never go out of style.
Oh, really? Well, there are some that I wish would pass into obscurity.
Oh, well, anybody I know? Other than me, of course.
Her last name begins with a C.
Oh, damn it. What's Liza done now?
Actually, it's not Liza. It's her mother. What do you hear about Marian, darling's latest escapade?
Well, I just want you to know that I didn't say anything to my mother. I mean, don't ask me how she found out. But once I heard that she told Dixie, I tried to call you and warn you.
I know. Petra claimed I wasn't home.
And then Dixie showed up here, so I sort of spun into major damage control. I hope it worked.
It did. Listen, I don't know how to say this, but after everything we've been through, after everything I've done and said, I know that you don't know me. And I got myself into this. Somehow I'm going to get myself out, but for whatever reason, you did it. You saved my neck. Thank you.
Well, hopefully this is the last time we have to have this discussion, right?
Nothing would make me happier.
Great. So what do you say we discuss business?
Business. As in my contract.
I have an ulterior motive for my good cause. I have made a decision that I'm not going to press sexual harassment charges against you, or Adam, or the station. And I think it's good what Adam did, that he gave you creative control of the show. I think that when we don't have our hands around each other's necks, we work very well together. So do you think that we might be able to put this behind us?
I don't know, can we?
Yeah, I think we can. Friends?
How about congenial coworkers?
Congenial coworkers, okay. So you will sign on the dotted line?
I hope I don't regret this.
You won't. Welcome back. I promise you won't regret it.
Well, don't make any rash promises.
Rash, I think we're finally both heading in the same direction.
You know, you were right. We do make a good team. I mean, when we actually leave our personalities and all our problems at home where they belong, we work well together.
Your talent and my drive. Nothing can stop us, not even my mother.
If we don't let it.
Well, I think we learned our lesson. I think it was hard, but I think sometimes that's best. The past is behind us, and now we are congenial co-workers.
When we're not bearing our fangs, I like your style.
Well, time to make the announcement. Hello, everybody. I have good news and bad news. Bad news first. The Cutting Edge show today is a go. So we're going to have to liven things up a bit and quicken up the pace. Good news. Tad Martin has re-signed his contract, so he's here to stay. Break a leg, everybody. We have a show to produce.
Liza, I've got an errand to run. It's very important, but it won't take long. I promise I'll be back in time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Marian rang my bell, walked into my house, and, easy as you pleased, announced that Tad and Liza had slept together.
That meddlesome witch.
You don't believe it?
Do you?
Of course not. I called her a liar straight to her face.
Good for you. I hope you threw the baggage out on the street.
Well, I accused her of being Liza's messenger, but it was pretty obvious from the way that Liza reacted that she had no idea what her mother was up to.
So Liza denied it all.
Oh, yes, and Tad backed her up, which she didn't have to do, so there kind of goes the conspiracy theory. Marian acted alone.
What goes on in that woman's mind? Kimmy, sit down, sit down.
Well, Adam, I was hoping that you could shed some light on the subject.
Me? Why should I know what motivates her?
Well, you've known her longer than I have, certainly. Would she make up something like this just to hurt me?
No, more likely to skewer Tad for his former liaison.
Well, that's what Liza said, but that was ages ago.
Well, there's no grudge too small for Marian to hold on to.
Seems kind of weird to me.
Well, consider the source and go on with your life.
Well, that is what I'm planning to do. There's no easy way to break this to you, so I'm just going to come right out and say it. I've been offered a student teaching position at Pigeon Hollow.
You're not going to take it.
I'm tempted.
You can't leave town with Junior. I won't allow it. Pigeon Hollow? You can't be serious. What about Junior?
Junior's a great kid. He'd thrive anywhere.
Well, but what about his school is here? His friends are here. Dixie, I'm here. Dixie, this is my last chance to do really right by one of my children. God knows I treated Sky shamefully. Haley, I didn't know till she was 16. And poor Anna Claire, I never even had a chance to say hello to her. But Junior, that boy, he thinks I know everything. He asked me the other day, Dad, why do we sleep with our eyes closed? I answered him. I'm the answer man. Dixie, I have a chance to be a real father to Junior, someone he can look up to, someone he can trust. I can't do that if I'm an absentee father, one of those third weekend of the month visitors, some sort of a summer memory. I need for my son to know how much I love him. I can't do that long distance. So please, Dixie, don't take him away from me.
It would probably never happen anyhow. Can you imagine Tad in Pigeon Hollow? Sitting on a pond bank, watching the kids splash around in the water. Nothing to do but look up into the sky and watch the clouds. No business, no faxes, no crises, no fires to put out. Tad would be bored in no time.
What about you?
Well, my home is with Tad. And right now, I have a really good feeling that he's going to stay with WRCW.
He said as much?
Yes. Well, not really. I mean, I guess when you live with somebody long enough, you kind of get to know what they're going to do. Pine Valley and a TV station, that's where his heart is.
What about Liza?
Well, peace seems to have broken out. Liza got what she wanted. Tad's got the best of both possible worlds, hosting and producing The Cutting Edge.
I'm glad you're staying.
Really? You're glad Junior's staying.
Oh, now where would I be if I didn't have you here to keep me honest?
I wouldn't want to know that. Listen, the show is going live today. Tad's bringing on his dad, Joe Martin, as his guest, so I want to be there to support my father-in-law. I've got a few errands to run, so...
Great. I have a few things to do myself. I'll meet you there.
What are you after here, Liza?
How about a little honesty for a change, huh, Tad?
Okay, you want to talk about our little attraction? Let's talk.
The one that doesn't exist.
The one that got us in a lot of trouble. Come on, Marian, open the damn door.
Tad, darling. I knew you'd come.
Rudy?
Yeah?
Today's lineup, why is Dr. Martin guesting on the medical segment?
No. The brilliant doctor we booked broke his wrist rollerblading, so Tad got his dad to fill in.
Oh, good idea. Tad was sitting on his seat. Thanks.
Anytime.
Liza?
Oh, Dr. Martin, thank you for coming to our rescue today.
My pleasure. Well, I've handled a lot of tense moments at the hospital, but I think television is out of my league.
Oh, I think you'll be brilliant.
I'm relying on my son to make me look good. Where is he, by the way?
I will find him. In the meantime, can I get you coffee or something?
No. I'm fine. Thank you.
All right, well, we're going to go very soon, so I'll be right back. Where the hell is Tad?
You are absolutely shameless, you know that?
The air in here is stifling. You know, the hotel management might frown on that sort of behavior, Tad.
I'll pay for whatever I break. Except maybe your neck. What's with the rented digs? Aren't you a little too old to turn pro?
For your information, I'm having my house fumigated.
Ah. Louse problem. I guess that's a occupational hazard when you lie down with every stray that crosses your path. Huh?
Oh, my darling, you're giving me goosebumps.
Yeah. And you always did like it hot, didn't you, Marian?
Why don't I call room service, darling? We can discuss this over a bottle of champagne.
No. Thank you, but no. I wouldn't want it to cushion what I have to say.
Oh, well, you've already dressed me down in public.
Apparently you didn't get the message.
Maybe it was too subliminal.
I don't think so. After all, you single-handedly elevated the obvious to an art form. Pine Valley's most conspicuous slut.
It's really been nice chatting with you, Tad. I'd like you to leave now.
Not a chance. How dare you? Who the hell did you think you are to tell Dixie what happened between me and Liza?
I was looking out for my daughter's...
You were looking out for revenge and you know it.
So what if I was? Why not?
Why would somebody like you feel justified in single-handedly trying to destroy my marriage?
Why? Because you don't use people, Tad. And then just toss them away like tissues. You don't take your pleasure and then turn your back. Make someone care about you so you can have your way with them and then you just walk out the door? Just because you don't have any feelings, Tad, doesn't mean the rest of us are immune. You dismiss the love of a lifetime as a roll in the hay? Service with a smile? Oh, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, huh? Have you got any idea what that does to a woman? It just rips out her insides. And it leaves a hollow shell. And then all she hears are your footsteps echoing out of her life. And the lonely, pathetic sound of her own voice calling after you.
This isn't about your daughter, is it? This has nothing to do with me and Liza. It's about me and you.
Exist only in memory.
Obviously none of you have anything to say about it.
Oh, please. You're like all men. You could find sexual subtext in a paper cup.
Subtext? That outfit's about as subtle as a heart attack. Or do you always greet your visitors dressed in nothing but cleavage and a smile?
Oh, you always did have an overinflated image of yourself. Well, like juvenile acne, you should have got outgrown it years ago.
And you should have outgrown your obsession over what happened between the three of us. Like you said, it's ancient history. Let it go.
Oh, really, Chad? Just like that?
Yeah, just like that. I
I've done everything I possibly could to apologize for what happened. Admitted I was a selfish, arrogant, self-centered kid playing a game that was over his head.
Oh, so finally you admit it was a game, do you?
Yeah. A very dangerous game with no winners. I was 17 years old. I didn't know the rules. What was your excuse? After all, you were old enough to know better.
Don't you dare try to insinuate that that lopsided triangle was my fault.
Why not? You're the only one keeping score. You want to tear it all open again, take a good look at it? Fine, let's do that. But let's go with the facts, shall we? You came on to me. You were a lonely, unfulfilled woman with too much money and too much time on your hands, and I was nothing but your teenage toy. You gave me money, clothes, expensive gifts. And I gave you what you wanted. In short, Mrs. Colby, you used me as much as I used you.
Oh, no, Tad. What you did was far worse. You slept with me in the morning, and then you slept with my daughter in the afternoon. Now, how do you think that made me feel, Tad? I imagined you comparing us. Do you have any idea how utterly defeated and humiliated I was?
I didn't then, but I do now. I've tried very hard to grow up, to admit my mistakes. But you're still the same. You're still lonely. You're still unfulfilled, and you're bitter. Marian, don't blame me for that.
Get out, Tad.
Not till I say what I came to say. History repeated itself with your daughter. And that was a mistake. But if you think it's a mistake I'm going to make with you, then forget it, because that's a part of my history I have absolutely no nostalgia for. I am a happily married man, and there's not a thing you can do about it. So you let it go, Marian. It's not my fault that you've got no one to love you. If you die all by yourself, you've got no one but yourself to blame. I wish you a long life, but you mess with me and mine, and I swear I'll make you regret it.
And no Tad. Rudy, have you seen Tad?
No, I haven't.
Well, this is not funny. Go in my office. Hit the PA. Have him paged. Stacy, we have a last-minute guest today, and I'm afraid the show is going to run a little short. Could you go to the video library and pick out some clips for filler? Thanks.
Paging Tad Martin. Would Tad Martin please report to Studio 2 for taping?
Hey, boss. You don't want to know.
You go to air in 15 minutes.
No, relax. It's plenty of time. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I guess you do. Subbing your dad for today's guest was very smart.
Thank you, I thought so.
It's just I'm afraid the show is going to be a little less than...
What?
Thrilling.
Liza? It's going to work out fine. Trust me.
I can try that for a change.
Want to rethink our whole situation.
What do you mean, rethink our whole situation?
Well, aren't you sorry you overreacted in St. Lucia?
What are you talking about, Tad?
I'm saying that it's a waste. Breaking up our affair, it's a waste. As far as Liza's concerned, it's still going on.
I don't believe what I hear.
It's still going on. Why give up a good thing?
admit it was both of us. I didn't force myself onto your reluctant flesh.
I slept with you because I wanted to.
Like mother, like daughter. Liza knows how to get a performer to deliver.
Telephone call. Is Jamie's school?
Oh, thanks, Rudy. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay. Dr. Joe? Quiet, everybody, please. And we're rolling in. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hi, welcome to The Cutting Edge. I'm Tad Martin, and today, in the interest of nepotism, as my special guest, I have none other than my father, Dr. Joseph Martin, Chief of Staff at the Pine Valley Hospital. Now, we all know what a living will is. Simply put, in case of a catastrophic illness, you instruct your doctor not to take any heroic action to save your life. In essence, you deny yourself life support. But did you know your doctor is not legally bound to honor your final
Who
wishes?
grows old alone now, Tad?
Well, I guess we should start from the very beginning. How long have you been practicing?
Since I was